This is a concept exploration video of a short yardage play that I call the cheat play or running back cheat play. There's other names for it, don't get me wrong. A couple of characteristics of it here right off the bat. Number one, you usually get two routes emanating to one side of the field. In this case, it's the running back, and then Tim Patrick is the receiver that gets the football thrown to him. This is preseason 2024, before the Broncos released or let go of Tim Patrick, and he ended up on the Detroit Lions after having spent pretty much 2 years on the injured list. But why does this work at the NFL level, college level, and beyond? A couple of reasons. I'll give you two. The offensive line is all working in one direction, like it's a run play to that side, which doesn't really kind of make sense from the standpoint of you have the running back working here, totally opposite of that flow. But what happens when the running back, when the O line works away, that outside linebacker D end is put in tremendous conflict. He's put in conflict by the O line working to the top side of our screen. The offense is left, the defense is right. So if he's reading his key even momentarily, he's got to step in that direction and kind of honor that. At the same time, the running back's path is such that once the D end outside linebacker recognizes that the ball is not going to go in that direction because he's got running back and quarterback coming at him, he's going to veer upfield like you see here, but he can't collision this running back. Like in an old school 50 defense, those outside linebackers, D ends, stand up ends, if you will, would be responsible for collisioning a running back trying to cross their face in many situations, not in every particular call. Here he can't do that, even if that was his assignment. Why? Because he had to step down in this direction momentarily to respect the offensive line's movement. That's called reading your keys before he veers upfield to try to contain the quarterback. He does get into Bo Nix's face. It's a short touchdown to Tim Patrick. Same play from the end zone angle. Like I said, he had missed 2 years. And was able to come back and get a touchdown in the preseason in 2024, and then play really well for the Lions for the rest of the regular season and the playoffs. Another element to it, you've got the running back, quarterback flowing to the right. Why? He's a right-handed quarterback. Left-handed quarterbacks just typically run to their left. Now, I will give you one example that it goes against that statement, where Patrick Mahomes will flow out to the left in a 2023 playoff game. But you can see the routes. This case, the running back covered up, which oftentimes that route is just absolutely wide open. And then Patrick kind of settling in underneath of this route, or behind it, if you will, for an easy touchdown. A couple of other examples of the cheat play, again from preseason film. I think this one's from 2023, but it could be 2024. Somewhat anomalous usage here, to be honest with you. This 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line, typically talking about 3rd or 4th down and 2 yards to gain or less. But we do have some of the same elements. Running back immediately running out into the flat. Some people call it an angle route. Quarterback reverse pivoting. Josh Johnson, his back facing the top side of our screen, the right-hand side of the offense immediately after the snap, hence a reverse pivot. And also this jet or fast motion opposite of the running back's path. It's an easy completion, but not an easy touchdown, obviously. 36 has got to outstretch his arms while dealing with contact, try and hold on to the football. It was ruled a touchdown. It's not an infallible play in my experience. You're looking at least 80 to 85% success rate in terms of either getting the ball out into the flats to the running back or hitting a backside route or possibly the quarterback scrambling for more yards. This one is extremely easy, same concept, except now you're going to get a pin down out of a heavier personnel grouping. So the wide receiver, I think it's Wilson, the guy who's like 6'6", 6'7", going to pin down on the edge defender such that it really gives Pickett an easy view of the running back who's wide open for a couple of reasons that I'll cover here. But the pin down effect gives the quarterback the option to possibly run out into the flats. Wide open running back, he didn't need to. How does that occur? Well, teams in the red zone are often playing man. In this case, the Ravens are. They got man with the inside linebacker on the running back. And as the running back flows in that direction, the linebacker, inside linebacker, tries to match that path. But what happens is one of the tight ends, 81, he's releasing in a route. Him and the defender assigned to him, Eddie Jackson, who's no longer with the Ravens, they end up picking or screening the inside linebacker who's responsible for the running back. And with the edge defender, in this case Malik Harrison, pinned down, easy completion for Pickett. Pretty much most of the players that I mentioned in that clip have since moved on to a different NFL team. Regular season footage from 2024. This is the Saints' dominant Week 1 win over the Carolina Panthers. Same elements exist here. Kamara out into the flats. Now he's going to get covered up. No one is there to contain Carr. You do have a backside route by the backside tight end, possibly available for Carr. He's trying to negotiate that traffic and point out to him where to run. And then Foster Moreau makes himself available. Really not supposed to be here, just a great adjustment or adaptation by him. So initially, Moreau is blocking down in here, and he's going to really get caught up in the trash and then readjust or reacquire Carr visually. Raise his hands up. Carr sees it late. Brilliant catch. We'll show you this one from the end zone angle. Why is it difficult for teams to stop? I kind of talked about it early on. These edge defenders are put in position where they're having to react to the offensive line blocking and or the running back path as well. Moreau is the orange arrow there. You can see he's going to block down and then go find space once the running back is initially covered up. No one on Carr because of the blocking scheme. He's able to find Moreau for a brilliant leaping catch before he takes a huge hit from a defensive lineman. This one is somewhat anomalous usage. Kansas City Chiefs AFC divisional round win in the 2023 playoffs. Motion left to right, and then Mahomes, a right-handed quarterback, is going to reverse pivot out to his left, the top side of our screen. Really great job by the corner edge defender combo up here to the top side of the screen. Edge defender is Rousseau. I'm not sure who the corner is. Rousseau is stepping down to match the offensive line. He's reading his keys. He's reading the blocks or lack thereof. And then once he sees the running back release out into the flats, basically, again, as I referenced earlier, too wide for him, Rousseau, to possibly redirect or disrupt at all. He's going to run down the line of scrimmage, get in Mahomes' field of vision, number one, and then number two, also make a quarterback hit as Mahomes tries to throw it away. Last iteration of it, again, 2024 film, very similar to two of the plays that I've shown you. In fact, the failed play by the Chiefs on the last snap. Motion right to left for the offense to the downside of our screen. And then here's the routes, running back into the flats. Baker Mayfield reverse pivoting once again, putting the ball out to display. And then you've got a real coverage mix-up by these two defenders here, trying to match up with Evans and I believe a second running back running out into the flats. Baker Mayfield recognizes it immediately that the running back nor the tight end is open. Finds Evans for an easy touchdown over the middle. Again, I think that we're looking at least 80 to 85% efficiency or effective rate usage here when I've seen the cheat play. You're welcome to let me know, other situations that you've seen where it stopped more often. I did show you 3 preseason plays, so you can toss those out if you want and say they don't count because of the caliber of player that's on the field. I would disagree with that notion, but I understand some may have that reaction. The cheat play is one that's utilized in short yardage situations repeatedly against NFL teams and causes teams fits because of the coverages they play, especially if it's man, and also edge defenders being put in so much horizontal conflict by the offensive line and the running backs moving in opposite directions. Usually these concept exploration videos are about 2 to 3 minutes in length, hence the title for this folder. If you enjoyed this video in particular, please let me know in the comment section, number one. Number two, if you have any suggestions for other play concepts, offensive or defensive, that you'd maybe like to see me cover, please let me know in the comment section.